Good afternoon, my little Jackie Cafe fans. Thank you for joining us. Today we are making yellow or sweet potato gnocchi, and I'm going to use my cabbage leaves to make a stir fry. So let's get started. I actually baked my potatoes, and no, I haven't started growing my sweet potatoes yet, but I am well on my way, and this is where I just got to do a little bit more research before I get started. So this is what I'm going to start with, my starter kit to grow them. But store-bought for now, and I have already baked them, so let's get started on the gnocchi. Okay, so yeah, you can call me a little bougie, but I actually like my sweet potatoes baked. I do not like a boiled potato. I feel like, and I could be wrong on this is just my opinion, I feel like that when you boil a sweet potato, you take the taste, its natural flavors out of it, and it's just not as flavorful as if you were to bake it. You know, so yeah, I'm baking mine, and as you can see, all I did was a little small slice, and I could just scoop the whole insides out. And I'm actually going to give this, look at that, how beautiful it is. That's a good bake right there. That's when you did a good job. Look how beautiful that is. I can't wait to start growing my own sweet potatoes. Look at that. So yeah, I did a good job on that. On baking it. I'm actually going to cut up the skin, put it in a grinder to give it to my boys. My dogs, aka my dogs. Okay, let's get started. So I put my sweet potatoes in a bowl, and I am going to use this thing because I don't have my regular masher to just kind of mash up here what we want to do. I'm telling y'all, I baked this thing so good. Look at the color on this thing. I'm gonna try to fly through this because I don't want to keep y'all all day. I try to make my videos short but detailed as possible. I know y'all don't like to hear my voice, but it is what it is. When tutorials, you do tutorials, you have to be able to listen and learn. So what I'm going to be using is my special butter. Okay, so I have some things in this butter. This is just not regular butter. You can just melt a little bit of butter if you want to, and to make up your sweet potatoes. You don't have to actually do anything to your sweet potatoes if you want them to kind of be bland or, you know, whatever. I like to do a little something to mine. So in that event, I am going to add a little bit of my butter. Not going to do a whole lot. Man, this butter is literally like cake mix. I said I wasn't going to do a lot, but I ended up doing half the daggone bowl anyway, huh? And then I'm going to do like a spoonful of orange blossom honey. That's my favorite honey, y'all. And then we're going to be using Red Mills all-purpose baking soda, baking flour. And then we're going to use a little bit of cinnamon. And I just have this right here so you guys know that I am going to be starting my sweet potatoes in the future. I'm going to be growing them. And we're going to be doing some good recipes with this stuff. So stay tuned, guys. So I'm going to try to record, and I'm going to try to add the ingredients and stuff, just so you know, for some people who haven't ever made it before. I'm adding a spoonful of honey. And you know what? Half of it is on a spoon, and I can't really scrape the spoon with my other hand because I'm trying to do the tutorial for you guys. So I'm just going to add just a tad bit, a smidge more. I'll just kind of mix it around in there so it can get off the honey could get off of the spoon. And then I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon. I like cinnamon. Cinnamon has a lot of great health benefits, guys. Oh, I don't even know how I forgot to let y'all know that I'm adding a little bit of light brown sugar. It's like the main thing, huh? I gotta just kind of measure by a little bit by sprinkling it in the bag because I'm trying to record too. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Y'all know how I am. Okay. And, you know, I'm going to give this a good stirring and a good mixing before I start adding my flour and things like that. And I'm going to give it a little taste to see if it is to my liking before I add the flour. Okay? So, be right back with you guys soon. Well, all right, folks. Well, since I'm doing this with one hand, adding this flour is going to be quite the challenge. So, after I kind of went away and then came back, I tasted this to see if anything needed to be added to my likings, and it was absolutely perfect. I don't need to pat myself on the back to break my arm, but it was good. So, let's start adding our flour. So I'm not going to use a measuring cup. I'm not a measuring chef, and I know I always say that, don't judge me, because I just cook with love and I add stuff, you know. So you know how many baked potatoes you fix, you know, you just kind of measure out in your head as you want a consistency, you want a dough like formula. So just add some stuff, add the flour in there until you can get a more doughy like form, until you able to take it out of the bucket here, the pan. I'm so country, the bucket, you know, and then you can start kneading it. So I'm going to definitely need more because it's a little soupy. And then I'm going to play around with this and add more and more flour until I get the consistency of a dough, and then I can take it out. So I'll be right back because I need 2 hands to do this, and I'll see you guys soon. So since I want a little bit of a thickness and a creamier feel to my sweet potato gnocchi, I'm going to add a little bit of ricotta cheese. It's going to thicken it up. It's going to make it creamier and smoother as I start to make my dough for my gnocchi. Okay, so after playing around with this and getting it to dough-like form, you are going to take it out and lay it on a flat surface with a little bit of flour, and you're going to cut it, and then we're going to get started to cooking it actually. Now if your fingers come out a little sticky like this, you may need to add just a little bit more flour because you don't want it to be too sticky, because when you take it out to lay it on a flat surface to knead it, you don't want it sticking to the surface. You know, you want to be able to make fresh cuts of it, and so that you can cook with it properly. So I'm going to play with this a few minutes more. I'm almost there. My fingers are not as goopy, you know, but I'm going to take this out and section it and cut it off in a few minutes, and then we're going to get started. Okay, sorry guys for all the shaking of the camera, but I actually ordered my video tablet camera holder, so my mounter, so you guys will be able to see me pretty soon, and I'll have both of my hands free, and I'll be able to give you guys better videos, you know, versus, you know, what I'm doing now. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so sanitize you a good countertop or somewhere you can work on the counter in peace. Throw some flour on there, and we're going to take a chunk of this. I'm going to take a chunk so I can knead it into a, you don't need a big piece. I'm just going to take like a handful so that I can roll it around. I'm going to roll it around on here. I moved the camera out the way so y'all couldn't see, but that's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to see. And you're gonna, I'm gonna need 2 hands to do this, but I'm just trying to give y'all a feel of what y'all can start, how to start to do it. And basically, you're gonna roll this into a long, ooh, I'm doing it with one hand. I'm doing all right. So basically, you're gonna roll this. I'm not gonna even say nothing. Don't jump on my camera talking about what this is. But okay, so basically, we're gonna roll this into a nice little long sausage. When I get off camera, I'll be able to do it better, but right now. And then we're going to cut it into pieces, and then we're going to stick it in some water to boil for a few moments. And then I'm going to do a whole bunch of pieces like this, and then we're going to fry them. You know what I'm going to have with mine? And vegans, you don't have to do this. This is just what I'm doing. But if you wanted to keep this vegan, don't add what I'm about to add. I'm going to add me some turkey bacon to this. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's going to be my added piece to this when I start to cook it. Okay, so later, bye. Okay, so after you are done kneading and rolling into a little long wiener, you are going to just cut into pieces, and they don't have to be super neat. I have a plate full here, and normally regular yellow or white potatoes, when you make a gnocchi, is boiled in just water, salty water. And this time I don't want to boil in salty water. It's a sweet potato, and I want to keep its sweetness. So I made up a little bit of butter, a little bit of the paste that was left from the potato, the sweet potato. I had a little bit on the side. So I'm going to add it to the boiling water to put back some of the sweet potato taste into the gnocchi, you know, because I feel like we added flour, and sometimes if you have to play around with it, but if you add too much flour, sometimes it takes away from the sweet potato taste. So I want to add the sweet potato taste back in by when my water starts to boil here. I'm going to add this little concoction, and then I'll start to add my pieces into the boiling water, and then we'll go with the next step after that. Okay, so now it is time to drop our gnocchi into the sweet potato butter water. I think I'd be doing something different, but I'm not. I'm sure somebody has already done it. But mine's is going to be bomb. You know, I always say we always make the same things. I think it's just you putting your own special little touch on it that makes it unique and makes it yours. You know, like I have a special little concoction with my butter that I actually make up. So, yeah. So after you got them in there, give them a good stir. And we're going to leave these in for about 10 minutes or so. I don't know if 10 minutes will do, but just kind of check them. You want them to be, I'll show you, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, okay? And then we're going to take them out and we're going to give them a good little fry. Well, all right, now that we have this off to a good boil and everything has solidified, we're looking good here. Let's remove this from the stove, and we are going to drain this. Yeah, I was already prepared. See, already got this on lock. Okay, so I'm going to set this to the side, and we're going to let this drain a little bit, and I'm going to get my turkey bacon started. How good looking is that? This is going to be great, right? Ooh, look how beautiful. Can't wait to get started. Okay, so as we all know that oil does not belong in bacon. However, I'm using turkey bacon. Turkey bacon is a little bit dry, and I'm actually going to fry my sweet potato gnocchi in it as well. So after we take this bacon out and let it cool off, and we're going to crisp it up and chop it up, and then we're going to put the sweet potato gnocchi in here and give it a good fry, give it a good crisp on each side or so. And then we are going to plate it and serve it. Okay, so here is that good old turkey bacon grease that we have left over. So I took the turkey bacon out and I cut pieces of it up into small bite-sized pieces because that's how I want to eat it in my sweet potato gnocchis. And now we are going to add the sweet potato gnocchis to this wonderful oil. You want your pan hot, and you just want to give these a crisp. I'm just kind of throw them in there. They sliding all over the place. They kind of not slimy, but they feel actually kind of a little slimy, but you know, anyway. Just throw some in there. I'm going to flatten these out. I'm trying to do this with one hand, y'all, so bear with me. Okay. So, you're going to need your tongs because you want to, you know, you want to turn them. Okay. And your fire should be up medium high, closer to the higher end without burning them. Yeah. And we're going to give them a turn, you know, and then we're just going to take them out and we're going to plate them, and we're going to add a little bit of cheese. I got some special gourmet cheese in here. I may just do Parmesan. Maybe I have to always do so fancy. Maybe I'll just do some Parmesan cheese, you know, to go over top, and then we're going to plate it and serve. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I really am trying to teach many of you some quarantine recipes and how to eat healthier and how to grow your own garden and things like that. So, yeah. Share my channel for somebody who may need it. Even if you know how to cook, there might be somebody else who don't know how to cook, and they might want to, you know, tune into my channel or something, learn something new. Okay? Later, guys. Bye. Okay, this last little part is for my vegans. Once you guys, if you guys don't want to add the turkey bacon, just add a tidbit of butter to the pan as you fry. You can use olive oil. Excuse me, I'm trying to add the butter without. You can use a little olive oil if you want, if you don't want to use butter. But a little bit of butter, give it that crisp that you want. Look how beautiful this is. And I'm going to get ready to take this out. You only just want a hint and a touch of butter. Okay? Okay, so here is my hulls for my cabbage. Okay, so you can actually eat the leaves on the cabbage. You don't have to just eat the head of the cabbage. So while I was out pruning today, these are my finds, and I didn't want to throw them away, and I'm fixing dinner. So I'm like, oh, let me just go ahead and, you know, get what I get here. See, not all my stuff is perfect. See, I got a few defects on some of my stuff too. I saw a little bit of burn brown on there. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So I have several heads of lettuce out there. I actually have red lettuce, a red cabbage head lettuce. That's why these leaves look differently. Then I have Chinese cabbage. That's what you saw in the picture in the beginning of this video, which is this, you know, big, beautiful, huge leaves, you know. So I'm just going to take a mixture of them. I'm going to fry them in a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onions. I think I might have, I'm going to use my seasonings that I made up. What else? little garlic flavored olive oil. I got some turkey bacon that I ended up, let me see. I got some turkey bacon that I'm gonna throw up in there too, you know, to add a little flavor. This is some of the leftover oil from the, and guess what I actually have? Since I got turkey bacon, I actually had a piece of a turkey that I kept the bone to. Let me see. It's dark in here. I should probably turn on a light, huh? I like cooking in the dark for some reason. This is a turkey bone that I actually had. So I'm going to throw a little bit of that in there. And then I'm just going to saute this and just, I'm going to have it. I'm going to grub. That's what I'm going to do. So don't judge me, y'all, because I'm not a vegan. But it's good eating, you know. So I'm going to take some of this meat off the bone and I'm going to go at it. See you guys soon. Okay, yeah, so this is just the bacon and the turkey that I fixed the other day. Some of the meat that was off the turkey. A little olive oil, a little garlic. And let's just add those leaves. You gotta just add them slowly but surely. Just add them in there. Yeah. Give them a second to cook down. You could have cut them up. I could have cut them up, but I don't want to because they were so beautiful. And for presentation purposes, I didn't want to cut them up. So, I'm just adding some more in there. And then I'm going to add some onions. And some of my seasoning. Sprinkle some of my seasoning in there. And a smidgen of kosher salt. A pinch or two. Or three. That's what we want. I'm making a mess because I'm trying to record. I can't wait till my thing get here. Till my mount get here. How awesome, guys, is this? Nothing goes to waste in here. And this is just the cabbage leaves, guys. Just the cabbage leaves.